Hey church, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday, getting to celebrate with your family and friends. I know as part of your church staff that we are extremely grateful for you, for the ways that you find opportunities to serve God, to love other people, to love us as your staff. We very much see a wonderful partnership and ministry that happens at Council Road for the community. And so just a quick thank you to you as our church members who do so much to make God's glory and to make the name of Jesus known in our community and then around the world with our mission partners. Thank you. Today our text comes from Romans chapter 11 through chapter 13. That's our reading for our Bible reading plan. I'm going to focus on Romans chapter 12. And Romans chapter 12 I think is a fitting passage for us today on this Thanksgiving Thursday because what it talks about is living lives of worship. And we do that by not conforming to the pattern of this world, but by renewing our mind and being transformed by what God has done. And then we're able to test and approve what God's will is. In fact, the passage goes something like this. Therefore, I urge you, dear brothers, in view of God's mercy, to live your lives as living sacrifices, holy and pleasing to God. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is. What a beautiful passage. You know, as we think about Thanksgiving, we often think about a renewing of our mind. In fact, most of you at some point in the day will sit down with family and friends or those you love, and you may reflect on the last year. You may reflect on the holidays to come. You may try to center your mind on those things that you feel like God has really blessed you with. And what a perfect way for us to spend Thanksgiving. Naturally, we're doing that with relationships and maybe where God has placed you in your life on this day. What a great day for us to do that spiritually. And that's exactly what Paul is getting after in Romans 12, is that we would see ourselves as living sacrifices in view of God's mercy. So it's because of what Christ has done for us, we get to now say, I don't have to perform so that God would love me. In fact, Jesus has already earned the relationship that I so desire for God. And so because I already have that relationship, I am free to live every day how God would have me, to represent Him, to love Him with all my heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love my neighbor as myself. I am free to sacrificially live my life in that way. And I love the living sacrifice part of that because that speaks to a dynamic, ever-changing, communicative, two-way relationship that we have with God. What a beautiful picture that is already. And then it goes on to say, do not conform to the pattern of this world. Maybe it's a good opportunity today on Thanksgiving to not just think about all those earthly blessings and family blessings that you have, but also to think about those spiritual blessings. And to think about, is your heart being conformed more to the priorities of the world and the things that we are constantly told are important? Is that it may be a chance to remember just the simple ways that God has shown His love to you, and that you would be renewed in your mind by remembering how Christ has transformed you, His work in your heart. Most likely there are some who today need to pause in that way, and they need to remember the mercy of God and the way that He has transformed them, and to put themselves back in that right spiritual place with God so that they can test and approve what God's will is. The last thing I just want to share real quick is we can sometimes make God's will into some mysterious thing that we're ever searching for. The translation of that word will is just wish. What would God wish for your life? How would He wish for you to live? How would He wish for you to look to Him and serve Him and love Him, and to do the same thing for those people around you? It is by us seeing our lives as a living sacrifice, being renewed in our understanding, remembering God's mercy in Jesus, that we're able to see how God would wish for us to live, and then we get to just offer our lives sacrificially. What a great thing for us to be thankful for today. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your Thanksgiving Thursday. We will see you later. God bless.